Man found this in his backyard and sold it for millions of dollars. Your house or garden might just be hiding a secret that's waiting to be discovered. After all, that's exactly what happened in the case of these people. All around the world, people have found exquisite things hidden deep under the soil in their backyards. From precious coins to vintage cars, these objects have turned the fortunes of these lucky homeowners overnight. Some others have found even more unusual items like fossils of prehistoric animals that have had massive historical implications. In 2000, workers in British Columbia were digging a patch of ground when they discovered something astonishing. They had unearthed a deep green wedge and realized that it could be something precious. That's when they found out that the wedge was just a part of a massive piece of jade. Slowly, they dug up the earth around it to reveal a huge boulder of nephrite jade that weighed a whopping 18 tons. The workers just didn't know what to do with it, but decided to hold on to it anyway. The piece was indeed unlike anything they had ever seen. Until one day, they got a call from an American. They wanted to turn the boulder into a statue of Buddha. It was then carved into a 4-ton statue and transported to the Great Stupa of Universal Compassion. It took loads of boats, trucks, and cranes for the majestic statue to finally reach its destination. The beautiful jade statue now stands magnificently, all thanks to the discovery of that huge jade boulder under the ground. In 2019, a couple named Adam Staples and Lisa Grace were exploring an open field with a metal detector in Somerset, England. That's when the detector went off, and they began to dig, not knowing what to expect. It turns out that the ground was hiding a stash of silver coins worth £5 million. The coins date back to 1,000 years and were manufactured during the reign of the last Anglo-Saxon ruler, King Harold II. At the time, there were no banks and it seems like the wealthy owner of the coins hid them away underground for safekeeping. They were later handed over to the British Museum for further appraisal. In 1913, Canadian lawyer David Fasken purchased 227,000 acres of land near Midland, Texas. Fasken paid $1.50 per acre and the entire piece of land cost him around $300,450. Today, it would be valued around $9 million. Fasken wanted to turn the land into a cattle farm. But there was a scarcity of water in the area, and he could never fulfill his dream. While he couldn't build a farm, the land was incredibly rich in oil and gas. Fasken passed away 16 years later. Today, his land is part of the Permian Basin, which is an oil-rich area in Texas and New Mexico. Fasken's heirs have now hugely benefited from this purchase. You could say that they struck an oil jackpot right in their backyard. Thanks to the bounty of resources on the land, it now costs a whopping $7 billion. Fasken's heirs founded the company Fasken Oil and Ranch in 1979, after this astonishing discovery. While many big corporates are trying to get their hands on the land, the Faskens have refused to sell it. Today, they are one of the biggest landowners in America. Well, many astonishing things lay hidden beneath the earth, and sometimes, right in people's backyards. Have you ever discovered anything interesting in your backyard?